Welcome back to another episode of Gameplay Reviews, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you, this game is so freaking hard. I was stuck in a tutorial for about 30 minutes. I'm not even kidding here. This is supposed to be the tutorial. This is supposed to be the thing that prepares you for the game. And it's a boss with 3 phases, right? And the way this game works is your HP is the time itself. So as the game is going, or as the boss fight is going, you're losing HP every second. And each attack by the boss will cost you 10 to 15 HP depending on the attack. You have to dodge all these bullets, you have to dodge all the boss attacks. It's so freaking hard, guys, and I can't blame myself. Oh, I do blame myself, actually. I'm a filthy casual. I've never played boss rush games like this or bullet hell type of games, so this is the first time. If this is your first time as well, you're gonna struggle with these fights, especially the tutorial boss, but once you get used to it, you should be able to beat this guy. Now, as you can see here, every time he attacks, you do lose HP, which is reduced from your time. And when you reach time 0, you don't automatically lose the game, but one more attack, and when you drop below 0, that's when you actually lose the battle against these bosses. So as you can see, this is the second phase, and on the second phase of the boss, his attacks do change. So now he will do like a jump attack and release these orbs at the same time. He will have this special laser attack, and you'll see that when I get his HP to a certain level, he will start camping and spawning these portals from the ground. And here, as you can see, this is what I mean. It's so freaking difficult. This is supposed to be something that introduces you to the game. This is not supposed to be a rage-inducing battle, but that's what happened when I played this. I was actually raging in real life, and it's a good thing I don't record these videos as I'm playing. I was literally like Michael from that channel, Rage Quit, but way worse, because I kept dying to this freaking boss so many times. It's ridiculous. I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous. I was actually shocked about how difficult this was. And as you can see, we hit 0 time here, so one more hit and I'll be dead, basically. So again, if you're someone who's never played these types of games, I do not recommend playing this, guys. I definitely don't recommend this. If you're someone who does like boss rush fight games, who does like fast-paced action, adrenaline rush, top-down, bullet hell types of games, then this game is definitely for you. I definitely recommend you buy this. It's available on Steam, and it was made using the Unity engine, so the graphics are absolutely amazing. It has vivid colors. What else? Oh yeah, so this is what I was talking about, right? These things that spawn on the ground, and now I had to restart. I believe this was my 5th time I was restarting this. Yeah, this was my 5th time, I believe. And I got used to it every time. You get used to the battles, you get used to the mechanics, you kind of start to predict what the boss is gonna do. But remember, this is the tutorial boss, and it's already been so freaking difficult. So you can only imagine what the other bosses are gonna be like. Now, obviously, you're not gonna be alone in your fights. You do accumulate some special abilities throughout the boss fights. So from boss to boss, you will come in contact with these codices or codexes, however you say it. I think it was codices in plural, right? So each codex or book will give you the special abilities, and you have to collect souls during boss battles, and when you collect enough souls, you can activate your abilities, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So I'm still trying to beat this guy. I mean, this is absolutely unbelievable. This game was released today, so it's a relatively new game on Steam, and as you can see here, I was so happy, and that I remembered this boss has multiple phases, so this is gonna take a while to beat this guy. And again, each time I fight him, I keep getting used to the battle, but this guy is so freaking resilient, right, that I actually lost. Well, the first couple of times I lost to the first phase of the boss, then I managed to get into the second and third phase, and I started losing more on the third phase. But eventually, you do actually start winning. So you'll see here in a second. So finally, this is the moment I was waiting for. I finally start to win against this guy, And as you can see, I was so close to dying here. I mean, I'm literally 0 HP. I ran out of time. So one attack and I'm dead. But I thank God I managed to beat this guy, and I was able to move on to the next level and stopped raging for like a split second before I joined the second boss fight. Now this guy is the spawn of Satan. I mean, this guy right here, I don't know what to tell you. I tried to beat him so many freaking times. I just couldn't. Like, I wanted to finish the game. I actually legit wanted to finish the game because it was so enjoyable, but at the same time it was so difficult that I had no choice. Like, it was actually beyond me to finish this game. I couldn't finish it. That's how bad it was, because I kept dying to this guy. I tried so many tactics. I tried to like dodge everything. I just couldn't. I always made it with like quarter HP to the third phase of the fight. This guy has 4 phases. He's a 4-phase boss. This is supposedly the first official boss of the game, right? Because you're not supposed to count the tutorial. I think they should count the tutorial, really. This should be the second boss fight. The third boss fight took me 30 minutes to finish. This one I did not finish at all. Like, I was trying so goddamn hard. I couldn't finish anything, right? I made it to the I managed to make it to the last phase with this one, so the 4th phase. But even then, you know, I just kept losing. I tried to figure it out. I tried to figure out so many times. I just could not. So if you can, you know, beat this guy, then kudos to you. You have Galaxy Brain. As for the controls, the developers do recommend that you have a game console, you know, controller rather than the keyboard. You could play it with the keyboard. It's just a bit iffy. I don't have the game controller, so I did use my keyboard, but you do have to have a precise movement in this game, so I guess that's why I kept dying. With that being said, you could definitely get used to it with the keyboard. It's just much more difficult. You shoot with the arrows, so if you shoot with the down arrow, it will shoot down, up arrow plus left arrow will shoot diagonally up to the left, and so on and so forth. And you can walk with WASD on the keyboard. So to conclude this gameplay impression, I just want to say again, this game is not for overly or filthy casual type of players. If that's you, then you might want to stay away from this game. I mean, you could still have fun, but it's gonna take you a long freaking time to beat these bosses and actually move throughout the game. With that being said, if you're a boss rush, action type, adrenaline-inducing, you know, bullet hell type of game, if you like these type of games, then this game is definitely for you. I highly recommend that you get it. It's available on Steam. It was made by the Unity engine, and I want to say the developers did a great job, even though it typically wasn't for me. They did a great job with the graphics, they did a great job with the gameplay, they did a great job with the boss difficulties, and so on and so forth. So that's it for this game review. I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure you subscribe, comment, like, and share if you enjoyed these videos, and if you want to see more, I'll see you next time. Peace.